Sam, we're already in Train, your favorite map, and Teiko and MIS already battling it out. Best round already. What do you think?
You know what? Hope's kicking it off with a little bit of hope in his heart, and Prodigy there to back him up. And so far, so good for Teiko on their own map pick. Never mind. Cora, the MVP of that last map for sure for MIS, continues that reign of terror. But now, oh, it's him versus Siren, and he still wins that. This man is unreal. But Evil Scrabble, playing a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie there, will eventually put him down. That comes down to the wire. But it's Teiko who win the round, and most importantly, deny that bomb plant.
I don't even know what happened. Evil Scrabble came through, landed 2 headshots, ended it right away. 1-0. Teiko with the pistol round. Now, with that, they're going to have the MP9s, everything that they need. And on the other side, we just have Teiko with the headshots. We pretty much know how this round is going to go, don't we, Sam? So why don't we just talk about why this tournament is happening? And of course, the reason for that is Plausible Gaming with the community that they've created and the Discord server. You guys should definitely join it. Get all the relevant information that you need from it. Use their Discord bot to find the players that you want to play with. Your respective game, of course. You can either play casually, just, find people to chill around with, have some fun games with, or you can also find people to play competitively with. Walk that path to pro, go pro, prove yourself in this community and get recognized and move on to the bigger stages. So yeah, it's all out there. No cons at all. Definitely try it out. And now back to the game.
And well, as you said, right, it kicked off as expected. I love that Teiko go for the MP9 buy here. I mean, okay, 1 for Mars just in case, like, everything goes to heck. But ultimately, they're trying to farm up as much money as they possibly can. It's such a good play. It's such a good decision to make. And I really feel like more teams should be doing this.
Definitely seem to be working out for these guys. Prodigy once again pushing up into main, and he should be able to clear it out. Come on, there we go. Well, not Prodigy, Inco, but hey, eventually happened. And a second round for these guys. But now, MIS, they are going to have a bye because they entirely ecoed. No forces to be seen, and now AK-47s all across the board. So, MP9, Teiko, they probably should be going for the up-close and personal fights in this round. Go all out, take a main, take Pop Dog, because that's the only chance that you're going to have at winning this round. Because if you let MIS walk out of Ivy, walk out of A main, or maybe even, B upper, it's pretty much over. You cannot do anything with those MP9s. So yeah, Teiko, keep your eyes open, and yeah, definitely hope is going to be going up there. Cleared up with Inkle. Do they find the kill though? Not quite just yet. The Vuzi is going to be finding Prodigy on the other side of the map instead.
For MIS to have gotten an opener here, that's really important. They also have, like, the entire map basically locked down. But the bomb has yet to commit. Bomb's not committed anywhere yet, just at the moment, right? So they're waiting to get that information. They're waiting to know that a site's been cleared out enough for them to comfortably go and take that space. Do they know that Evil Scrabble is still kind of hovering around here? He could kind of catch one of them off guard. Looks like they may just... Yes, they come into contact, but it's Cora this time who wins out against him. And now this site is almost free and clear. The only real resistance is Hope at the moment, and yes, he could call for for backup, for rotations, but without real information, that's not going to happen just yet. So MIS in a really good position here.
For sure. Still have to deal with Hope though. Tucked up inside Con. MP9 in hand. Not a lot of HP to work around with either. Bomb being planted, as soon as he peeks, he's going to be shut down by Flixo. Good awareness, good hold. Now they've made it a 2v2. Teiko probably not too keen on holding down to the MP9s because they are going to have enough money in the next round, but, well, just try to make the best out of it. Can he? Never mind, not a single kill. being led out of MIS. And yeah, there we go. MIS with the flawless round, 5 people alive, 2-1, and just turning things around as soon as they got their hands on the big guns. And well, they are gonna walk away with those same big guns, and yeah, pretty much keeping the scenario in their favor with damaging Teiko's economy a little bit, and now moving on to the next round.
Yeah, not waiting for round 5 this time. We'll go, you know what, round 3? Why take any longer than we absolutely need to? So very quickly regaining some of that control here. MIS looking to win this one out, but Evil Scrabble and Cora, man. This has been like battle of the giants between the two of them so far on this map. Constantly being a thorn in the side, raking in those kills. They'll be able to, hovering close to this site now. Bob, again, not yet committed, looking to garner some early information, looking to see if anybody peeks out, but it's Cora. I said it, between him and,
oh my God,
and Scrabble is just constantly a shooting range, and unfortunately Scrabble being taken off the board here means that Cora has free reign and can just dominate the server.
Amazing frags coming in from Horror there. Finding 2, could have even made it a 3rd if Inkle didn't die to the molly. Oh well, he did, and now they do have side bombs down, and well, once again, Teiko stuck in the very same position, in fact. Sildo, an M4 online, could get away with some exits if he wants to, but I'm sure he's more than likely to just save it, so yeah. Siren, though, still has a chance to hurt MIS a little bit more. Can't even get Horror out there. Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Siren getting a little bit more damage here with the MP9. You love to see that. Bit of extra cash into the back pocket. I think that given how that previous round went, it would be a bit of a tough ask for Teiko to be able, or rather for Teiko to very quickly bring things back into their control, right? Like, they were at a pretty big disadvantage, so they need a moment to stabilize. That's okay. We'll give them that moment. As we head into this next round with that little bit of extra money from the MP9, perhaps they can string something together. But ultimately, I think that this is probably going to be more of a save for them. And that's unfortunate. That's going to allow Misfits to get up to 3, take the lead in the series, and give them a lot of confidence as well. You want to stamp that out as early as possible, but unfortunately, not going to be the case just yet. Prodigy has a rifle, so I'll be real, if it's given that rifle to Scrabble. But hey, fair enough. Not my team. We'll see if Prodigy can make some magic happen here as he goes in aggressive, gets flashed out, loses the rifle. Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that nice headshot. And now 4v5 already made. Flixo, what are you doing, buddy? Hope has... I thought he had no chance of surviving there, but somehow he lands a headshot. Can he get more? Well, peeks into way too many people for him to handle, and now he's going to be losing the life cycle, though. Still alive, the AK is going to be finding one more Eagle Scrabble, though. As you said, that AK should have been in his hands. Could have done a lot there, but oh boy, 1 is good enough. Siren now. Creepy. The Siren's just cursed to fight the same position again, and again. Inkwell, interesting how that happened. Somehow found Flixo out of nowhere and actually recovered a rifle as well, which just gives him a lot more incentive to actually win this round now. Miss Esports, they are a bit confused on where to go. Siren making a really risky move there, which is going to be costing him his life. Inkwell now, Nas alive, they know exactly where he is. Pop flashing into him and walking into him, which is something you shouldn't be doing. Does he have the bomb locked down? What's wrong?
He does. He knows where bomb is, and he needs to be patient here. Oh, it's perfection! Oh, so good, man. That shoulder peek gives away the game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that was solid. It was a good recovery, it felt like. And once that bomb was lost, I mean, come on. What are you supposed to do at that point? They try to recover it. They try to, get some control back. But Inkle just plays that perfectly. Not a single mistake made in that final confrontation. Stunning. I mean, I don't know what more you say to that, right? Like, that was just... It was a perfectly orchestrated... There you go, right? It described itself perfectly. I didn't even need to be here for that one.
Oh, shutting down 2 actually. I thought it's just gonna be Hope. Somehow Evil Scrabble peeks into it as well, and now Woozy is gonna be keeping on that momentum, capitalizing on those kills. Horror coming up as well, and yeah, it's pretty much the round done and dusted for Teiko. What even was that?
Wow.
Teiko trying to take control of spaces, but Mist is completely denying it, outright denying it. It's just insane.
Over before it really had a chance to begin. And you know what? Some of the best rounds do just go that way. So they're going to be feeling pretty darn good about that one. 3-3 here. Back and forth. Constantly a butting of heads. With neither one really finding any major advantage. I do love how closely contested the semi-final is. You know, sometimes these grassroots games can be very, very one-sided. We saw it in the first map of the previous series, but in this series, neck and neck, down to the wire. Even on these pistol rounds, so much can go wrong. Inkwell getting so much done. Scrabble to back him up, and somehow they found themselves in a 3 versus 2 that they had no right to find themselves in. But can they recover some weapons? That would be awesome. But I think, unfortunately, those deaths happen way too far away. So Inkwell's just going to have to continue being an absolute menace, almost on his own. And he does! A 3rd kill for him in this round. Okay, Scrabble made the ace nigh impossible. Actually, he made it impossible, let's be real here. But 1 player left. It is Cora. He's been really good, but he's so low on HP. Just a tickle is all it would take to get him off the board and allow Teiko an eco round of their own.
Clearing out angles one by one, knows where Inkwell is, but he is pretty much in a crossfire. This is a trade from 3 different places, so he has to pull a miracle to get out of this. 8 bullets, finds 1, gets back into pop, but look at that! Evil Scrabble, perfect peek, shot landed, moves back into safety, but he didn't really have to, because hey, it connected, and it won them the round. Amazing. Once again, things really aren't going the way we are expecting them to. Miss converting around, and then it's just Teiko winning ecos after ecos. Yeah, not really what you, especially not what MIS is expecting, but oh well. They just have to be more cautious now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, sometimes you have those moments and you realize that the enemy team is a lot better than maybe we'd expected coming into the day. So we need to make sure that we're not making unnecessary mistakes. We need to be on tip-top form from start to finish. And that is certainly a realization that's happening here. For both, I think, of our previous podium finishes, you know, already we've got one that's been knocked out of the tournament because maybe they underestimated their opponent. Teiko could potentially follow down that same route. They're already a map down, and they're struggling to gain momentum on their own map pick. So these newcomers can never get too complacent.
For sure is the case. A lot of AK-47s on the board for Teiko. No contact made just yet. I mean, there was a little bit, but no kills secured just yet. Teiko, considerable amount of A-main control. Flixo in a whirl of pain, but look at that. The angle is going to be his, and he is going to be winning the second fight as well. But hey, that is just the bait because they're actually moving into B-side. B-side has been opened up with Siren being down, rotation coming through from Khan. There's one guy already trying to come on the side, but look at that. They are now saving, I believe. Because, yeah, that's really the only option. Trying to find Flixo there, but Flixo's just not going down. He's being a menace right now. Finding 2 at main and now just continuing. He was doing the, oh, yeah, shut down eventually. And the trade is there too. So, yeah, Miss finally back at it. Which is nice to see, to be honest. Because, yeah, they were losing just really unfortunate round against Teiko. Just small mistakes. Like, hey, in the first eco that Teiko won, where Inkwell just was able to capture the bomb and just hold on to it, yeah, really not what should have happened. After that, just landing those kills with the pistols that they had in the second eco, really not what should have happened. So yeah, MIS just really need to, you know, keep their eyes open, just really be really super cautious, not making any mistakes because Teiko are just punishing them for every single one of it. So yeah.
I mean, we also need to consider the impact that these, like, constant one-for-one rounds is having on the economy. What the hell, bro? Like, that's actually not okay. This is not okay.
No, exactly.
Just having M1 hand into his bullet. Like that's okay, fair enough. Evil Scrabble, certainly living up to the evil part of his name. Sitting at 8 and 5 at the moment. Good grief.
Yeah, him walking away with 1 pick early on. No weapons to be recovered though, because he did kill him a bit too far away for him to, you know, get his hands on that AK. But oh well. Did get the man advantage, so good enough. And now, once again, we have this Flixo guy who has been essentially good at getting these lurk kills. Almost gets Prodigy there. The kill should fall into place eventually. And on the other side, we have Siren holding down on to B side with just the eagle in his hands. The molly is good. It's going to be buying him a little bit of more time, and that smoke is too. But the crossing smoke's going to be there too. Flixo, you need the cam on this guy. He's doing all the work, but never mind. The cam is on the perfect guy because Siren's going to be landing a headshot on Teiko. AK-47 recovered. Gives some hope to winning this round. 2v3. Have to go for the retake. Con is their only path. Flixo once again being as aware as he always is. Reading his enemies like a book as he always is going to be going to hold CT. And now Woozy has to hold this down for his teammates.
Ooh, it's spooky. I don't think you go for this. Like, you can see Siren's on his way out. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna just hold on to this gun. See you in the next round. And that again leads into what I was saying earlier before the most ridiculous deagle headshot. And that is the fact that these rounds going 1 for 1 for 1 for 1 means that economically, we're not really getting any sort of momentum going. Neither one of these teams. Okay, now MIS has managed to win 2 in a row, so they've got some good money in their pockets. Teiko not able to continue that trend of 1 for 1, but saving these guns was the right call for them. Because look at their cash right now. I mean, it's a disaster area. So they're going to be relying heavily on Siren and Inkwell. And again, if I'm Siren, I'm giving that gun to Scrabble. And I'm just like, all right, cool. I saved this, but you are literally carrying right now. So go kill. But, you know, that's not how that works. He saved the gun, so he gets to keep it. Find his keepers, I suppose. We'll see if he can get some value out of that.
A bit of an interesting play by Teiko there. Ivy push, but, well, yeah, posting up one guy deep inside T spawn, and yeah, making the rest of them move back. Definitely an interesting call, but on the other side, MIS, as they were walking outside of pop, Siren's gonna be finding 2. Motion though, coming back at it, is gonna be trading it out for 2 as well. 2v3 situation already created. Hope on side, and yeah, not much hope for him as he's gonna be getting naded by Flixo out of his position. 2v2 once again. Inkwell moving out is gonna be finding the better timing on the Psycho, and well, what can he really do with an MP9? Where's the AK? Can't quite find it. Flixo though, still alive. 77 HP, that is more than enough to work around with. 1v2 though. Still a hard job to do. He's going to have enough time to get the bomb down and also get into a good position. The upper should be his play here, but he's going to be sticking onto site. Because, well, doesn't have enough information of where they're really coming from. Now he does.
Oh man, the footsteps.
Someone is there, but he's gonna be getting traded. Oh boy, Siren.
That's all good, man. I mean, those footsteps that just gave away position, but you're not checking that close angle. Thank goodness for Siren, I suppose. And again, that 1 for 1 nonsense, that shenanigan that we were talking about, winning rounds that you have no right to win when you come through with like 2 guns. What is happening right now? This is so. It's messy.
It's trade,
and it's similar to what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay.
But this is what okay, I wanted train. I didn't want messy train. Okay.
You
messy train is scary.
You're getting it now.
Have you not seen Final Destination? Okay?
Okay.
Messy trains, scary. Alright? This is not what we want. We want a train that is fully functional and clean and is on the rails and everything is Gucci.
There's one at T-spawn. Look, Prodigy's looking at it right now. But Prodigy
there you go.
Is also looking at another operator.
Oh,
like first and reacts just in time. You don't ever peek and see us like that. That's pretty much a free kill.
Bro. With an op as well, that's questionable. Anyway. I mean, I suppose maybe playing for like Pika's advantage, but like
I mean, yeah, exactly.
when you're literally like
just works with any gun, you shouldn't be. You definitely at all times should always be peeking with full momentum, unless you really are sure that there's nobody there.
Brother, you gotta get in that Red Bull car and you gotta max Verstappen your way around every corner. Like that's where that is.
Teiko. Paving the way for his round. Teiko, though, picked up the op and is actually going to be finding Prodigy there. So that's the up or down on Teiko's side. But Hope is now alive at quad and is in a really good position. Because they're just going to be walking into his face and he's going to be getting the... Oh, boy. Good spray down. Good 2 kills. And that just entirely shuts down the round. Any hope for it for MIS. And now Motionless alive. He is kind of trying to go for more picks here. Knows where Hope is, but no information on the rest. And very well knows that Hope could have repositioned into Ivy as well, so... Yeah, a lot going on in his mind. Is going to be finding the first kill, trying to find Hope. He knows. There we go, 2 kills secure, 2 more to go. Can't he do this? Not a lot of HP to work around with, only 9 points. Picks up the op, tries to save it, but oh boy, Evil Scrabble is there to take care of it. And it's going to be the 6th round. And it's really just, as you said, this is just going so head-to-head for both of these teams. And that's what you love to see, right? Because, of course, you don't really want to see a one-sided game like we did witness on the very first map that we saw today. That's just not fun at all. These are the games that we die for. These are the games that we want. So, yeah, we're getting them, and it's, really nice to have.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean... Good games are what it's all about. As a caster, obviously people will be like, "Oh, who do you want to win?" And when we say things like, "Oh, we just want to see good games," and people think that we're lying, but no, it's
that's
true.
Really the truth. Yeah.
Like we are fans of Counter-Strike. Really don't care who wins. Ooh, but Flix wins that one. Nearly kills his teammate. That would have been hilarious. But the flash doesn't do it. There is no way this is happening again. Surely not again. 3 versus 3 now. The Mac 10s have done so much damage. 3 versus 2. My apologies.
3 kills from the Tech 9. Back to back by Horror. Just a menace. And Flixo flicking it with the Mac 10 and just leaving Siren last alive. This is pretty much undoable for him because he's in the crosshair of an op right now, and Psycho's right behind him too. So yeah, he is in a crossfire indeed. And there we go. Contact made. It's only about time. Horror peaks and ends it. Oh, he misses the shot.
There's no, what is happening?
No.
Nah, brother. What? Okay.
Yeah. Moved me to a bit of the edge of my chair there, but oh well.
Right, like I didn't know what the heck was going on in that round. That was way too close for comfort. The Tech 9 shots don't miss. The AWPer misses. The smoke comes out. He turns around and kills the Tech 9 guy. And I'm like, nah, there's no
There's
way.
No reason Horror should have re-peaked with the Tech 9, but for some reason he did. He had just more than enough time to just re-peak with the AWP and get the kill, but oh well. Made up for it at the end. That's all that matters.
I mean, to be fair, like, I love how I'm going there's no way as if Teiko won an unreasonable round. Like, I mean, they came into that with nothing, and they still turned it into a round win. And when the team that should have won nearly clutched it, I'm busy going, there's no way they do this. Like, that whole round was just crazy from start to finish. But we move into the second half, and Woozy kicks us off with a beautiful headshot, followed up by Flixo. Motion with another 3 back-to-back headshots. Okay. Siren will break the streak. But no, Woozy, continue. One more headshot.
We need to see it. Yeah, we need it. But hey, it's going to be a while before that happens because that guy is a bit reluctant on fighting now. Never mind!
There's no way, bro.
Clean! So good!
Bro.
Woozy's just giving us entertainment right now. Beautiful.
Nobody buy a rifle. Everybody just buy USPs because apparently you just one-shot everything. Just tap, tap, tap. And the thing is, it wasn't just Woozy. Because, he didn't get an ace. Other people were getting kills in that round, but they were also headshots. Like, it was just... It's not okay. It's not okay. I'm not okay.
Illegal. But, yeah.
It does. But bomb denied, which means no money for Teiko. Still opting for a little bit of a spend. Not much. Not too much to break the bank. You know, you want to have money into the next round at the very least. But it's a fantastic start for MSI. MIS even.
You need to... Oh, bro, stop. Uzi's just popping heads right and left. And is going to be continuing to do so with Prodigy taken down early on. And now, It's pretty much the man advantage. 2 people holding on to Ivy, trying to see if anyone peeks, but I don't really know. I'm pretty sure, in fact, that MIS is not going to be making that mistake. They are actually peeking into that. You guys should not be doing that with MP9s, because you're barely going to deliver any damage while they can just one-shot you. Good smoke. That is going to buy them a lot of time. 60 seconds remaining on the clock. Teiko, they're just really going for the picks here, and the chances of them getting the bomb down even in this round is pretty low. But what they can do is get picks, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. Lurking up. Oh boy, Flixo just pushed through. Ivy is going to be finding Siren, even though he pushed through the smoke. Clean shots by Motion. Perfect positioning. They don't clear him out, even though you were visible in that angle. But something left. Who's going to be eventually taken down too? Clean round by MS. Nice stuff. Nicely played. The pushes, well, there were pushes, but they were pretty calculated. We did see Woozy push Psycho or Woozy, I don't really remember, but we saw one guy pushing through Ivy, getting his kill. Motion already deep inside A main, shutting it down. Yeah, really nicely played across the board. So yeah, that is going to be giving Miss the 2 rounds early on in this half, and now Teiko finally have the weaponry that they need to clutch up the round. And as you say, it's the 3rd round of the game. They really do need this.
I mean, the fact that Motion gets 2 headshots there as well, again, like the headshot machine that is MIS, absolutely working overtime here. Okay, that time not a headshot, but think of all of the money that's being farmed by these MP. There was a dink in there, but it wasn't the final thing, you know? And they're farming up so much cash with these MP9s as well. They're just building up into a nasty economy. And for Teiko, this is their buy round, and they've already lost one of their rifles. Like, this is already looking scary.
For sure. Good nade, but fails to deliver a lot of damage. And now that is going to be giving MIS a lot of control. Well, they are posted up outside of A main, and well, Teiko is going to have to deal with that. And they are dealing with that as Prodigy finds the first kill onto Psycho. And Horror is going to be positioning himself in the exact same position, which is a super smart thing to do because he might just not get cleared again. Hope moving his way from Pop. Not coming out just yet. Teiko playing it out really slow because, hey, they have 4 alive and all of them have rifles, so this is more than winnable. Just have to be careful! Horror's gonna be swinging out, finding Prodigy's head and moving out of the position as well. Hope now. Inside popped up. Is gonna be peeking, finds Motion right away. That is 1 good kill secured on Electric. Gives them a little more space to work around with. Flixo fighting a really long range fight that he shouldn't be, but somehow secures the kill. Hope, though, out from Pop Dog, already into quad. Flixo is gonna be found, and it's now just Woozy left alive. Oh, never mind. Not for long, too.
I was wondering if this was gonna be another one of those like ridiculous rounds where like the team that shouldn't win does. And it got dangerously
that's kind
close.
Of what's been happening so far.
Yeah, you know, it got super close there. But no, the team with the bigger guns do actually went out that round. And it's cool because, again, we're not waiting for round 5. We're doing this on that 3rd round, and it is making the magic happen. However, with all the money that was farmed up with those MP9s, they're still good into this one. They're still sitting real pretty with the money that they have available to them. So a nice robust buy to come through here, matching with Teiko's almost step for step. But who's going to match up in this matchup? Flixo spots the elbow, and it's perfect for the opener.
Ivy just seems like a really bad fight today, even if they're holding it, but never mind. Let's keep our eyes on Woozy here, who has a lot of stuff to deal with. Is going to be finding 2 before he goes down. That is good for him. Now 2 people left on Teiko's side. They have to make it happen. Scrabble is on the job, converting it into a 2v2, sorry. With the bomb now being planted. Horror already up really close. Can get good positioning if he wants to. Is going to be clearing out that one spot where the only T is hiding. The Scrabble is going to be found. Now 1 guy remaining. Prodigy holding on to site. 1v2 situation for him. No kid though. They have to be fast on time. Prodigy finding 1. Horror already on side. He thinks he's in the smoke, but he's not. Prodigy already in a very different spot than he was. Horror gets the kill. Does he have time? No.
He doesn't know kit. That's unfortunate, man. Because like he's been so good when it comes down to actual just like fragging potential and fragging power. But very often a round is gonna require a little bit more than just getting all of the kills to secure. So it is unfortunate he's not able to actually clutch out the entire round for his team. But what is important is the amount of economic damage that he does. That makes a huge difference because look, into this round, Teiko are still going to be okay. But should MIS somehow mount one of their crazy eco rounds right now, things would completely turn on its head. Unfortunately, as much as we say, oh, this keeps happening, it's turning into a thing, it's still very difficult, and it's not something that you can put your money on happening consistently.
Okay, so it doesn't happen every day, but look at that.
Brother.
Already out, Ivy. He's going to be finding Prodigy. Wow, and the other guy is only 1 HP, and Roar, if he just keeps on pushing, he's very favorable to win that fight, and yes, he does. And now that just leaves 2 on Teiko's side, and he was trapped up really close to the 2 pistols. The spray down is perfect. He's going to be finding the 2, making the way to open B side at Inkwell. Finishing the job to Teiko. Turning that around after losing 2 people is huge. But now Horror still alive. The M4 in his hands. Has to get 3 before the bomb gets down. Because, hey, no kit once again, Sam.
Brings you to such a precarious situation. And this being the round that I said was probably not gonna... You know what? Cora does what he does. Opens up the entire round, but look at how far away they are from each other, and this is the big problem. Psycho and Cora need to regroup before they can actually do anything. The problem for Teiko, however, is that they don't have the bomb. It's still towards Esport, and it's being held down here by Psycho. Ooh, the timing was spotted. Did they see him though? I don't think so either, but you never.
But they do know
really
about the Ivy push, so they're gonna be very offended.
Oh, they got the bomb! Oh, Psycho!
Psycho's probably not taking the fight voluntarily. He's gonna move in. Never mind. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know, bro. He got no clue. Timing on that was horrific.
Insane timing, actually. Now the bomb's down, and that just pretty much makes Teiko win the round because hey, they're on their cook. Hold it down for what? 20 seconds? But still, Psycho getting the kills that he needs. The spot is going to be cleared out, though, for Roar. Not quite getting that kill that he needed, as that just leaves Psycho alive. Time's running out, bomb's ticking down. And yeah, that's pretty much the round secured by Teiko. And to be honest, he should be saving that gun. Yeah, with that much HP, he should be able to.
I mean, another round that goes so close to...
Very close indeed.
The way that it shouldn't have. You know, at the end, Teiko do stabilize and they, maintain that control and they win the round that they should have won. But it's crazy to me how often I have to vocalize, oh, this shouldn't have happened. So again, I was talking about a little bit earlier on in our first series, in fact, where I was talking about how teams are still kind of figuring out train and still figuring out what they need to do, where they need to be looking, how they need to be approaching the bomb sites, how they need to be approaching their defensive lineups. We're still seeing a lot of those small mistakes being made by both teams, which is what keeps it so hotly contested throughout all of these rounds. And of course, we're here for it. We love a nice close game of Counter-Strike. And I'm sure that these guys, while they enjoy a close game, I think they'd prefer to be winning this a little bit more cleanly. So which one of these two teams will clean up their act? We're already up to 9 and 8. We've got a trade here, so it's 4 versus 4. Ooh, Motion has an inkling, but isn't going to overstay his welcome. Instead, we're going to pull back, wait for those reinforcements.
Is the case, but now he is overstepping his boundaries as he really shouldn't be. He's going to be finding Prodigy off of that, moving out just in time as well, but he doesn't exactly know about the other guy inside pop, and well, runs away just in time. Did not give away another kill, and now Flixo locking down Ivy what he should be. Dodges the pop flash perfectly. Is going to be getting the kill, but has finally now traded out, but that still only leaves 2 people alive on Teiko's side, which is a bit of a hassle to deal with, but is definitely doable. Bomb in hand. Evil Scrabble needs to get the bomb down. Ivy cleared out, so well, that is a little bit of space to work around with. But the retake is going to come eventually. Kit on Psycho's hand, and he's making his way down from Pop. They're playing it doubled up. They do have the trade ready at any moment, any time. Molly kind of missed. They have to go clear it out with their own hands, and yes, they will. Psycho getting the first kill. Inkwell finally swinging off, almost gets the spray, but Psycho is quick enough to react and get the kill and the defuse.
And the even scoreline.
Beautiful.
This is crazy. I can't believe how close this is. Yeah. This feels like a grand final, I'll be honest. Like, this is so close. I can't wait to see either one of these teams taking up our other grand finalist waiting in the wings for, you know, whoever their opponent will be. The unnamed project waiting for the unnamed competitor. It's going to be so banging. But that's, of course, tomorrow's problem. We still have to get through the rest of today. And with the way things are going, there's a world in which we get that third map. I could see it happening. I think there's a very good chance we get into overtime again. And maybe, just maybe, we get the joy of a third map. For Nico, Tech 9 round looking to push straight through onto the site. They are good for one, but oh, the perfectly placed Molotovs doing a little bit of chip damage. Inkwell has picked up a rifle, is not using it. That's okay. The Tech 9 is just better. The Tech 9 is just better, okay, guys? That is the best gun in the entire game. I'm actually
You're just proving your words right.
I'm actually mad, bro.
No, I mean, hey, Inkwell, he definitely, that was definitely on his credit for being, you know, just getting that specific position where he just caught like 3 people with their pants down, but like still, yeah, Tech 9, no, there's no way that this gun should be dealing that much damage, but oh well, it did, and I guess it seems like in the right hands it does, so yeah.
I'm still so mad. That's outrageous. Bro picks up a rifle and then goes, nah, actually, I'll stick with the Tech 9, thanks. This is crazy. Yeah, MIS down on pistols. So I've joked a little bit about Cora and Scrabble and about how much they're getting done here. But it's not even a joke anymore. Like, there's so many of these rounds that are coming down to pure heroics. We spoke about how, you know, some maps are more tactical, some maps are more kind of frag heavy. And genuinely, it feels like on this map in particular, the tactics aren't as strong as they could be, and we're relying a lot on 1 or 2 players to make insane plays, to get these crazy clutches. I just, yeah, it's a little outrageous.
You know, Siren first out, the second, finding their respective kills. Good day, that is going to be a kill, but bound. There we go. And that just leaves Cora alive. Are we going to see any more cinematic heroics? Probably not. He's just going to go for the exits, and well, if he's able to deal a little bit of damage, that is going to hurt Teiko a bit, but still. Inkwell has a lot of cash in his pockets to buy his teammate, maybe even 2. It's probably not going to hurt them a lot. But yeah, MIS is going to be a 9-11 now, and that just pretty much means that the odds are once again... We've seen the scoreline a lot of times, right? But we have also seen teams come back up from it. So MIS still have a good chance to, well, taking this map and, well, taking the series as well, but there's Teiko. You want to do the exact opposite of that, of course, so yeah.
I mean, this is looking like I said it before, and I'm just gonna reiterate. It's looking like a map 3, folks. Strap in. You know, as you guys know, between maps we take a short break. So, you know, when we get through this map and prepare for that third map, make sure you go grab yourself a snack, because we are in it for the long haul. Yes, sir. Things you love to see.
Look at that ops being invested into. One's in Boozy's hands, and the other one is going to be in Prodigy's. Motion up real close. Might find the timing onto Inkwell, and yes, sir, he does. That is one good kill. Hope. Let's see if anyone else pushes, but Teiko's holding him. That was so smart. Did you see? Motion went back with all the footsteps, and Hope peeked into that. That was so good. 2 good kills secured by MS early on. Prodigy now finally making up for it.
I love the bait plays, the bait and switch, the shenanigans that ensue. It's unreasonable. Like some of the shoulder peaks. All right, do you realize how many of these high impact kills have come off of shoulder peaks? Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Or like somebody spotting somebody's toes. We really haven't fully embraced the Ferrari swing. It feels like we really do need to. Get
the way CS2's netcode works, you just cannot afford to peak. I just already went on about all that. You just simply cannot afford to not do a Ferrari peak anymore. Because if you do, you're 100%. I mean, silent peaks exist now, so just do those. So yeah, just maybe there's a bit of a reluctance from the players coming through that's kind of causing this. But I mean, hey, it's Teiko. These guys are pretty confident about their skills, so. Not really what you should be seeing here, but Motion still alive and healthy. Eagle Scrabble's going to change that. Woozy coming into the battlefield as well. Is going to be finding one, and Flixo putting the final nail in the coffin with the kill onto Prodigy and making it a 10-11 and keeping the dream alive of winning this series right away, right off the bat.
3 players remain alive at the end of that one. They maintain control of the AWP, a very important factor in that. So the reinvest, while difficult, is still doable, right? You've just got 1 player who's down on an MP9. You've still got a very decent belt of utility. So you're no... Ooh. Okay. Interesting. No, what? Okay, no. I thought for a second there they were like gonna get rid of the MP9, keep the deal. Okay, they went back to what they had a moment ago. That makes a lot more sense. Keep that.
I mean, hey, the pistols
on the other side.
Working, so you never know.
This is true. I mean, you give Cora a Tech 9, and he just wins the round apparently. So maybe that should have been the play. Or just a refresher of our map pool. If if you're just joining us, Inferno, very very close affair. And here on Train, as you can see, another really close affair, And looking like we could be heading to Anubis very soon. A reminder, folks, that this is the semi-final of the Plausible Gaming CS2 Community Tournament. And honestly, a wonderful community, really focuses on non-toxicity and support. They've got an LFG app, so you can find like-minded players and avoid all of those nasty matchmaking or random pug games. Find some people that you can really vibe with. So make sure to join the Discord, come hang out, maybe even join one of these tournaments yourself.
Definitely for two. I better see y'all. But now, we have to see what Motion has to show us. Up deep close, inside electric box. Pretty common spot, but a pretty strong spot too. Can get a lot of kills, but can get pre-fired instantly as well. Evil Scrabble is going to be the first one to take that fight. Teiko was cautious enough to take Pop Dog control early on, and they now do have it. Miss not contending for it at all. Teiko with the MP9 posted up real close. Bomb's been picked up. Teiko finally have something in mind. It seems like it is going to be A-side indeed. Eagles being expended. Electric has been modded. There we go. Ocean still not down. AK-47. He's full blind, but he's still somehow alive. Woozy doing a lot of work there. 2 kills with the op secured. That is really good for this guy. Bringing a lot of value to that op there now. Teiko only 2 alive. Both of them out. They know where he is, but Prodigy, he is not going down without a fight. There we go. 2 kills secured. Woozy's been pre-fired, and that just leaves Horror for the retake. Bomb being planted. He makes his way up from Khan. Has to do it too. Prodigy's really low. All it's gonna take is a few shots to take him down without they know where he is. Clears the angle. Straight transfers. Deagles out. There we go. Perfectly delivers. Oh my god, this guy is insane with rifles and pistols equally.
This is what I'm saying about the heroics, man. It's unreasonable. He should not be winning that. He starts firing in at the AWPer, at that point, the player who's close right should be swinging to shut him down while he's firing at a different target. Instead, dude holds the angle thinking, nah, he's not going to check this. He checks it. Not only does he check it, he pre-fires it, kills the guy standing there, tries to kind of correct the spray, but AWPer has pulled back and is hiding away. Prodigy is hiding, so pulls out the deagle and somehow, close range, up close and personal, connects that shot. Cora is just unreal.
Spray down!
Brother.
Oh, only gets 2. Could have been more. But well,
that only gets 2, lol.
That's good enough. A lot of damage done. We planted though, Sam. The retake is there, but Prodigy, Mag 10 in hand, not a lot of HP to work around with, and AK-47 was recovered regardless, which gives Inkwell the opportunity to get a few kills, but never mind. Motion is going to be saying no to that, and now it's just Eagle Scrabble left alive. B-Main, what can he really do with a Tekken 9? Hey, let me reiterate how much this is. Because we've seen this gun do a lot of things, and yeah, look at that, first kill secured, but should be able to trade it. Yeah, there we go. I'm happy. I'm glad. Thank you.
This is spicy. Map and series point now. For MIS. Goodness me.
MIS.
Yep. You know what? It's
MSI. No, it's fine.
M stuff.
Miss.
M letters. True.
Esports. Come on, we're gonna give them new names now.
All right, Teiko is buying. They have money. They have weapons. They do not have a lot of utility. This is gonna be so difficult. They can't really afford to play this too slow, or rather, they can't play a lot of info starve because MIS have a lot of util to garner that early info. This is gonna be so difficult to come out on top of. It's gonna have to be fairly aggressive. It's gonna have to be fairly in your face. They've already thrown out a lot of the little bit that they had. So now 2 smokes and 2 flashes is all they're going to exec and post plant. And that is not a whole hell of a lot. And they're going to walk straight into Woo. See, that was a collect, brother. And he just follows it up with another one. 3 versus 4. Teiko, how do you recover?
Do you even recover? That is the question. He pushed up. B-Main, there we go, finds the kills that he needs to. And now there's 2 people remaining. Siren, Prodigy, can they make it happen? 4 people to deal with. Boozy is tagged a little bit, but hey, that doesn't matter to him because he's an AWPer. Only has to hit a single shot. Teiko getting the kill, and now it's just Siren left alive, still keeping the hope alive, still keeping the dream alive. He's gonna be finding one, but there we go, traded eventually, and that brings us to the finals with MIS. Both of the teams, in fact, were not seen ever before here on Plausible Gaming, and now they're the ones.